There has been a lot of debate amongst Deadlock insiders about what heroes are going to be coming to the game, when, and everything in between, but today we've actually got a pretty decent breakthrough because we've got a couple images, a couple screenshots that were taken and kind of traced over that give us a first look at 2 new heroes coming to Deadlock. Hey everyone, this is Connor here at Dead Unlocked, and I'm super excited to get into this. I wanted to start with this image and this post from Deadlock Project 8 before I get into the screenshots. This is just basically a quote from an insider claiming that this update coming, at the end of January, December, whenever this next one is, right, is claiming to have not only all the map changes that we've talked about, they're calling it map 3.0, which does kind of align with some things that I've heard, but also 7 to 8 new heroes. And so this is a narrative and I guess kind of a debate amongst Deadlock insiders that has kind of been warring back and forth for the past few months about when we're going to get new heroes. Are they in a batch now, and a batch later? What are they going to look like? But in any case, there is some credence to the fact that we might be getting 7 to 8 new heroes in January or December. Crazy to think about, but let's get right into these screenshots and get our first look at a couple new Deadlock heroes that we believe to be coming to Deadlock pretty soon. All right, so we have our first look here at what Fencer is going to look like in game. According to my sources, this is a really basically one-to-one accurate depiction of this and the next hero we're going to look at as well. Basically, Hezi uses AI here because screenshots in Deadlock are really easily sourceable, and that is a great way to basically just give up your source. So it's a reason I don't share anything I'm shown basically on the back end and kind of by sources. And this is basically a way to get around that. So we get our first look at Fencer though. Either way, like I said, this from what I've heard is really accurate, and Fencer looks awesome. It's a lot like that Life Weaver skin I think I put on a thumbnail in a video in the past. I was kind of hinting at something like this. This lines up with what I have seen in game. I have personally seen an image of Fencer in game, and so this is, from what I've seen, very accurate. He's got a tail. It's crazy. He's got a tail. He's got his fencing sword. I don't know the proper name for these. I think they're just like a saber or a foil, maybe. I'm not sure. And then just his classic. He's just going to be a preppy Ixian fencer dude. I mean, he's probably going to be an asshole like Lash. So I'm super excited for this character. I don't remember. We talked previously on the channel about what we know about him so far. I believe, if memory serves, he's got like a really cool, almost like a Yasuo, if you're familiar with League of Legends, a parry, like a wind parry or something of some kind. I don't know if it's wind related, but anyway, he's got a really cool look here, and I'm super excited. From what I remember, people were basically saying the bullets just come out of the end of his sword. I don't know if it'll stay that way or not, but at the very least, this is our first look at Fencer. Our second one we're going to take a look at is down here, and this is Necromancer. This is a hero that I think I've also heard talked about as Gravedigger potentially, but in any case, this is Necromancer, and this is another just really cool looking hero. Similar jacket. I don't know if they're going to be related anyway. I mean, it looks like they're both like maybe wearing these red jackets. But she has these kind of glowing hands, and from what I'm hearing, it's basically going to be like laser beam attacks out of her fingers. So it's a little different than Moira from Overwatch with the kind of fingernail tendrils that go out. I can't believe I'm talking about Moira right now, just a collision of worlds. But yeah, this one will look like, I think, kind of finger bullets. Maybe similar to Echo from Overwatch. I think I remember that hero shooting that way. So anyway, this one's cool. I don't know a ton about her ability, about her kit. I don't think we've talked about this one much on the channel, and I have not seen this one in game, so I can't necessarily verify, but trusted sources say that this really is super accurate, like insanely accurate for how this character looks in game. Especially, I mean, this almost looks like a screenshot from in game, but supposedly this was used, like I said, AI was used to make this, so take that for what you will. As always, like we always say with leaks, take these with a grain of salt. These are in the test server right now. Like the quote we just looked at says, changes are coming in every 2 to 3 days. That includes a lot of new heroes that we've talked about. So I will tab back over to here just to talk about this one more time. This kind of sentiment really is an interesting one, and one that I think is permeating more in the community, that we might be getting these heroes in a similar kind of bundle. I think the earliest report of this we talked about was like a 4 to 7 hero range. I think people are getting a lot of the same numbers because there's that many heroes kind of floating around in the test realm. So from what it looks like, if I'm kind of putting my best guess on this, very much on the fly, it looks like Fencer, it looks like Necromancer, Venator is one that certainly seems like they're pretty far along, and then we've talked about 2 other ones on a previous video that you can go back and check out. I think Earhart was one of their names, and the other one is just totally slipping my mind right now. But in any case, it makes sense. I mean, from what I have seen, from what people have talked about, people are seeing these heroes in the game, It's super, super exciting. It's crazy to imagine that they really might be coming next month or even the month after. Going to be awesome. So anyway, I wanted to get on, make a quick video. It's late. It's almost midnight here local time, but I saw this news roll across, and I just can't sleep on news like this. I feel like I have to cover it immediately. So I want to get you all the most, accurate, quick information as fast as possible. So as always, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will cover a lot more stuff about the update, what we're expecting from it. I've got a lot of video content actually planned for next week, so apologies for the slight hiatus, just doing some other things, getting some planning work done on the back end, some other fun projects in the back burner going on. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know what you're thinking about these heroes. They look super, super sick to me. I especially really like the design of Necromancer. And so let me know what you all are thinking in the comments about this. Which of the new heroes you're most excited about. And from our house to yours, we'll see you all next time, probably very soon, here at Dead Unlocked.